We're here with Renée Paro, and she just has gone solar with Synergy Power. What made you decide to go solar?
So I think that living in California in so much sunshine and really having a desire to sort of not take from the environment as much and to add more into the environment. Solar is something that's been on mine and my husband John's mind for quite a while. We haven't owned a home up until recently, so we just moved in about 2.5 years ago into our home. And you know, we wanted to get solar, but we also wanted to make sure we were gonna, number one, stay in the house that we were gonna get solar in, and number two, you know, just make sure that we were financially ready for it. And so this has been something we'd had on our mind for quite a while. And, you know, having been here for a couple of years and knowing that some of the tax benefits were gonna be running out soon and that we really wanted it, we loved our home, we decided to go for it. And so I think part of it is obviously environmental factors. Other part of it is getting rid of that ridiculously expensive power bill that we would get every month. And really, I guess, I mean, it's the same as number one, but going off the grid is really important for us. So we're trying to move to fully electric cars. And so this was the first big step, I think, in that direction.
How would you say the process was with Synergy Power?
So it was, to be honest with you, way easier than I anticipated. And we specifically chose Synergy because of, number one, the reviews across the board were just perfect. I mean, there was like not a single bad review, and it was not just residential, but also commercial. It was, you know, clearly the company's been around for a long time and has been making people very happy, and to see that in this day and age where it's really hard to get away with not having any bad reviews. It was pretty cool to see that there really weren't any. So we were very comfortable making the decision to go with Synergy because of their reputation. And then from there, it did not disappoint. Getting in contact with you guys immediately, made contact, made it very easy to chat, made it around our schedule to come and see the house, tour everything. So that was easy, very non-pushy. So like, you know, we made our decision, but it took us, we talked about it initially, but it took a while for us to actually come to the conclusion we were gonna do it. But there was never any, you know, feeling like people were breathing down our throats or asking us to do anything we hadn't, you know, we just never felt like we were pushed. And then when we did make the decision to do it, trying to get it in before the end of the year, we are extremely busy and both of us work, and so finding a time where somebody would be home to accept the delivery, everything, we were a little bit worried about that, and we didn't have to be home for it to be done. We didn't have to be home for the installation. Everything was just handled completely seamlessly. We were at work and we came home to the house being completely set up, and it was wonderful, like wonderful.
So overall, Renée, would you say your solar experience was everything you expected?
More, way more. I think that we haven't even really started to get the benefits of the solar yet, the reason why we put it in, but I think the you know, the interaction with the company, the installation, the way it looks on our house, just the ease of all of it has been better than we could have expected.
What made you decide to go solar?
We'd been thinking about it for a long time, and it was some combination of, you know, environmental concerns and saving some money, and we thought it would be nice to get a little bit away from the grid from, like I said, an environmental standpoint and from a cost-saving standpoint, and finally decided to pull the trigger and have been really pleased at every step of the process since making that decision.
Was your solar experience everything you expected?
Oh yeah, from the moment that we contacted Synergy, it was clear that this was a company that was you know, the one to do business with. We had reached out a couple of places before and had never gotten much of like a, you know, dedication in the responses, and felt like I was just sort of bugging them anytime I asked a question, and that couldn't have been farther from the truth from the moment we started communicating with Synergy Power. They came out and did an initial evaluation, and they gave like a very thorough and like thoughtfully organized packet that kind of explained exactly where they would put the panels, why, based on our energy consumption and how many we would need. And not only that, but anytime that I reached out to the main point of contact with just a couple of additional questions about, we might be getting an electric car, we might be doing this, should we add another? It was an instantaneous response that was like very thoughtful. In the time was clear that it had been taken to provide an answer like directly to my questions. And that's continued, like honestly, from not just the sales pitch standpoint, but since the installation has happened. And you get the sense that that's just how the company operates. And it makes you feel really good as a customer that you're getting taken care of.